Mike's Daily Podcast.
FF episode 1214, 1214. Hello, it's Mike Matthews broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Today, we hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the Engineer. We get to a segment we haven't done in a long time called Into an Interview, where we talk to a fantastic Canadian band.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
From Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, called Autopilot. Yes.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And we'll hear some of their music. So I was talking to Daily Haley through my smartphone, and what he had to say, Lee, was that the Friday show that I did was corrupted and shouldn't have been listened to by anyone, but it did get listened to by me. And I said,
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hey, why is there a scratchy scratch sound in there? So that was the scratchy
Mike's Daily
vinyl edition
Podcast
with the scratchy Saskatchewan sound of it. We went Saskatchewan on the Friday show. No, there's nothing scratchy about Saskatchewan. I guess unless you were wearing a very thick wool sweater of some sort that you were allergic to. What the hell just happened at the beginning of this show? I don't know. I was talking about last show about millennials not voting. Please, if you're a millennial, prove me wrong. Go and vote. Right after I said that, a millennial that I worked with walked in. We didn't get this on microphone or on Mike's Daily Podcast, but he said to me, "Yeah, I'm not going to vote." I said, "Why not?" He goes, "Well, because I don't want to vote for either of the candidates because they're both corrupt, and I don't want to vote for any of the other candidates, the independent candidates, because voting for them is like throwing my vote out. So I'm just going to throw my vote out anyway." Oh my God, is that pathetic and cynical? And that's our future, folks. Yikes. Wrong. Vote. You're an American, vote. That's my freaking... Is that wrong too? I don't know. We're all entitled to our opinions, even if they're blatantly wrong, flagrantly wrong. Oh, look who just walked in. Hello, Mike Matthews, it's Chely Shoehart, good stuff supervisor. I'm gonna vote. You are? Yeah, I want to put the first woman president into office. I want to be able to do it, Mike Matthews. So you've gone beyond the Bernie and everything else. You've felt the burn and everything, and you're done. Mike Matthews, I did feel the burn, and I put a little ointment on it, and I felt better. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. That was very good. Thank you, Mike Matthews. And what was that for? Because you told a joke. Don't ever do that again. I'm so sorry. Whoops. That was for me, not for you. I'm gonna walk out. Okay. Continue. Anyway, I want to vote for Hillary Clinton. All right. There we go. Someone with an opinion who's going to vote. I would want to tell you that Hillary's been acquitted. Oh, Chely did walk out. But look who walked in. Hello, Mike. This is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere the Engineer. Yes, I heard that James Comey said that Clinton has been acquitted. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know if he said she was acquitted. But the new emails are not going to put her in jail, basically. Of course, when she wins the presidency tomorrow, and if I am completely... I know, that might be scary if she does win the presidency for a lot of you Trump supporters. But, whatever. Cafe whatever. No, wait, I mean, this is Cafe Anyway. Anyway.
Gesundheit.
Cafe Anyway. Cafe Gesundheit. So, Trump nearly got bumped off by a nonviolent protester. Did you hear about that? He got rushed off the stage, and a nonviolent protester was trying to go up there, and I don't know what he was going to do if he's nonviolent. Hug him? I went to a Crowded House concert back in the 80s. It was the best concert I have ever seen until I saw Crowded House again with my then wife 10 years ago at both times in Santa Barbara. First time was at the Arlington Theater. The second time was at the Santa Barbara Bowl. And, both shows were fantastic. Unfortunately, the drummer had committed suicide sometime between them, the first show and the second show that I saw. But it was still a fantastic show. And Crowded House, the first time I saw them, I think it was the Temple of Low Men tour, somebody rushed the stage, got up on stage, and hugged Neil Finn, the lead singer, the amazing singer. I can't say enough good things about Neil Finn. He's from New Zealand. And Neil Finn said, after they pulled the hugger away, said, "Wow, I'm very confused. I don't know. I think I'm feeling feelings," because it was a male. "I'm feeling feelings towards another male that I have never felt before." And everybody laughed. "Mike, I don't get it." It was a joke. I'm Floyd the Floorman. Thanks, Floyd. Sad news. Before we get into an interview, I would like to just point out Janet Reno is gone. The first woman to serve as the very first woman ever to serve. People forget that. To serve as U.S. Attorney General and the epicenter of several... Oops!
And here's today's podcast picture.
I forgot this was coming. I needed to get ready and prepare for the podcast picture, which I did not do. I am not prepared. Oh, yes, I am prepared. We have a drawing. A drawing with you, Chely Shoehart, so come back in. Chely? I guess she's not coming back in. Okay, it's a drawing with me and her. As we get ready for into an interview with Autopilot. Janet Reno, the very first U.S. Attorney General, and the epicenter of several political storms during the Clinton administration, the first one, including the seizure of Elian Gonzalez. Remember that? They made a South Park episode about that. She died early today. She was 78. She died from complications of Parkinson's disease. Her goddaughter, Gabrielle D'Alberte said. She said Reno spent her final days at home in Miami surrounded by family and friends. Reno, a former Miami prosecutor, famously told reporters, "I don't do spin." That's aimed at you, Bill O'Reilly. Served nearly 8 years as Attorney General under President Bill Clinton, the longest stint in a century. One of the administration's most recognizable and polarizing figures, Reno faced criticism early in her tenure for the deadly raid on the Branch Davidian compound at Waco, Texas, where sect leader David Koresh and some 80 followers perished. She was also known for deliberating slowly, publicly, and in a typically blunt manner. She told the public, "The buck stops with me," borrowing from Harry Truman. After Waco, she figured into some of the controversies and scandals that marked the Clinton administration, including Whitewater, Filegate, bungling at the FBI laboratory, Monica Lewinsky, alleged Chinese nuclear spying, and questionable campaign financing in the 1996 Clinton-Gore re-election. In the spring of 2000, she enraged her hometown's Cuban-American community when she authorized the armed seizure of 5-year-old Elian Gonzalez. The boy was taken from the Little Havana home of his Miami relatives so he could be returned to Cuba. After leaving Washington, she returned to Florida and made an unsuccessful run for Florida governor in 2002. But she lost in a Democratic primary, marred by voting problems. The campaign ended a public career that started amid humble beginnings. She was born in 1938, July 21st, with a daughter of 2 newspaper reporters and the eldest of 4 siblings. And she showed up, wasn't she in How I Met Your Mother or something? There was some TV show she showed up in. She liked to poke fun at herself. She was an interesting lady, and our first woman attorney general. See that more of that article is up now on the AP, Associated Press. Well, I don't know if this is going to be another... As I'm recording this, I have no idea if this is going to be another scratchy scratch vinyl recording of the show, or if it's just going to be a cool recording of the show. We'll see. But let's get into an interview, and you can hear all the past interviews and past podcast pictures and all the other stuff that if you want to support the show, click on the Amazon link and buy whatever it is you're going to buy, and that helps us out. There's also a link to PayPal. And all that is at mikesdailypodcast.com. You'll get a special greeting from all the Cafe Anyway characters. Yes, go there now and support the show. mikesdailypodcast.com, and now Autopilot.
Into an interview.
Hello?
Hello, is this Marlon?
Yeah, it is.
Marlon, it's Mike. Welcome to Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How's your tour with Autopilot?
Oh, it's been awesome so far.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a little long, but yeah, we're getting in a good groove of everything.
Where are you right now? What city?
We're in Norman, Oklahoma. Yeah, we were just in Oklahoma City on Friday, so we had a short drive the next day.
Wow. Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oh gosh! Wow! So you are really seeing the city, the country, Marlon, all the little places.
Yeah, it's been good. The East was really good, and the Midwest was awesome.
Dang! Well, I love your band. I got some of the songs from Angela, and she always turns me on to these fantastic bands, and Autopilot is fantastic, Marlon.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
How did you guys... Now, you live in Saskatoon?
Yeah.
Wow. So this is like you're in a whole other world in the U.S.
Yeah,
Kinda.
Pretty much. We've done a few, maybe our 5th U.S. tour.
Wow.
So it's pretty different when you're hitting up. I think we're in like 30-some states, 38 states or something. So every state's a lot different. Yeah, it makes for interesting days. Interesting shows.
I'm so impressed. Anything stand out in your head in the 30? Well, you haven't. Have you? How many states have you done so far? Would you say probably?
I'm actually not even sure. It kind of blurs together. We've been on the road since September 27th.
Oh,
so
wow.
we got another. I think we got another 3 weeks to go.
And anything stand out in your mind, or?
As far as shows go, I think we were in Canada for one show in Toronto. That was really good, and New York is always awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah, and the South, like Texas and Austin and Houston and all that, it's really nice. Really good shows, and also the weather is nice, because where I come from, it's cold. It gets cold early, so when we can be not having to wear a jacket in November, it's pretty good.
I think the things you have seen are probably amazing. The places you've been to is very cool, and the weather. I'm glad the weather's been good for you here in November. You never can tell in America, but I hear it's been warm in like Georgia and the South and stuff.
Yeah.
So, how did Autopilot get together, Marlon?
It's pretty much the only project I've ever wrote under. So I was quite young when I started under that name and had a completely different lineup.
Oh.
And then I guess in probably 2003, me and Jose got together from a mutual friend and started playing, and well, he's been in the band ever since. And we kind of, long tours like this, it's pretty hard to keep a bass player that can, well, I don't know, be on the road that long, be away from life for 2 months. So
wow.
We went through a few bass players, but now the guy we're playing with, Brandon Tenold, it's been working out really good.
So the band, Brandon's doing the bass.
Yeah.
And Jose is drums.
Yeah.
And you are the vocalist and guitarist.
Yeah.
And are you the one that's creating? I mean, you have this great sound. I can't tell with my primitive ears if you're using like some kind of cool reverb effect, but it's like huge. The guitars and everything, the layers are very cool in your music.
Yeah, what I do is I guess I use a lot of pedals, but a lot of reverb and delay and stuff like that for tone, and then the bow on the guitar is kind of what gets that spacey swelling, and yeah, on the record it sounds spacey and everything, and live we can get pretty intense in those parts sometimes.
And are you doing the bow on stage?
Yeah.
Oh wow! And do you have you named your bow? I know that's
no, not yet.
The name of my bow is Bob the Bow. Well, oh, that's awesome. Because what was didn't Zeppelin have a song with a bow in it? Was it Kashmir? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what song it is. Yeah, I know they did that, but we do it quite different than them. It's I guess just a different sound.
When did you start with the bow?
I think I first tried it. It was pretty early on, but it took quite a bit to figure out how to actually get that sound, get like a different sound. And I guess as I started like changing my tone and everything, it kind of came together, and then we just used it a little bit here and there, and now it's kind of been in the band and in a lot of the new songs and all that. So just using it more and more now.
I guess we could call it Bo the Bow.
Nice. All right. Done.
Wow. So I want to play Hurricane.
Awesome.
Now, what inspired Hurricane? Now, we just had a big hurricane in Florida. My mom lived through it, actually, and it forced her to defrost her fridge because she was out of power for several days. And, well, she needed to clean out her fridge. Anyway, there was stuff in there probably from the 1930s. And
wow.
That was Hurricane Matthew. But what was the inspiration for Hurricane?
I guess the vague answer to that is just kind of how crazy things can get sometimes. And more like a state of mind that you get stuck in sometimes, and the chaos. I
find that when it rains, it pours, and that's another weather euphemism. But it all of a sudden seems like everything goes at once.
Yeah, and the crazy thing was we didn't really expect to be like a couple of weeks behind the hurricane on a hurricane tour, the posters and all that saying a hurricane tour. So it's kind of weird. Whoa!
Did anyone say anything? Like?
Yeah, quite a few people did. We're kind of laughing.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, like Florida and all that. I think that's pretty crazy when they get hurricanes there. But I think everybody we talk to just seems to be used to it. Like it's kind of
it happens.
It happens, and
well, you've come to America at an interesting time. We've got the hurricanes, the election, and it's a big whirlwind. Is what it is.
Yeah,
all kinds going on in our country, but. Let's play Hurricane right now. It's the band Autopilot. Their website is autopilottheband.com. Let's listen to Hurricane.
We tempted fate through the ocean waves, on and on we drifted away without a kiss. We breathe the ocean air, we disappear into the haze. On and on we drift away. Don't look back now.
good song by Autopilot and my guest Marlon. Marlon, tell me, what was the you sing the song, you wrote it as well?
Yeah. Me and the producer we have right now, S.J. Kardash.
Yes.
He's been producing the last few albums, I guess. And so, he has like a co-writing credit to that too. He's been, it's been really good. Like, I think this is the third album that he's been doing. So Crooked Lines and Hurricane kind of, the sound kind of matched compared to what the other songs on the upcoming album sound like. So we figured we'd just put it on a 45 and tour on it and see what happens if they actually make it on the full length or not. So I guess even writing wise and like kind of the same kind of feel for the two songs was suitable to put them out together.
How did you meet S.J. Kardash?
I think through music, because he played in a few bands around town in Saskatoon. Oh. And he's kind of switched over from playing in bands to just producing records, and he's probably the best in the area. So unless we were to go out of Saskatchewan, we'd definitely use him.
Now, so you're going to have a full length at some point, but this is on the EP.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, because it's a strange world we live in now with a lot of people putting out EPs. It's sort of, why do I need to put out a whole album when people are listening to their songs on the Spotify and on their iPhones or their Androids or whatever, and there's just sort of, I don't know. What do you think? How do you feel about albums these days?
I personally, I still listen to albums. I think albums are great to listen to, like front to back, and to hear what the songs flow together. But I don't think many people do that anymore. And I guess too, like people just, I don't know, new content is what everybody wants. They want to hear something. So I think releasing a little bit here and there is also really good. But I'm always a fan of full albums, and that's something we usually try to switch off, like an EP, a full length, and an EP, so we can, I don't know, at least be putting out music every year and a half.
I'm gonna get things right, fall asleep to the light, burning it through the night. I'm standing in the way, sabotage again, my method's on a mend. All the time, searching for what we hope to find, but we're just crooked lines, but we're just crooked lines. To the light, burning it through the night.
I wanted to play Oceanside. Was there a inspiration? Were you at the? Was there something that inspired that?
We were in Atlantic City, I think, and we were. I forget what tour it was, but it was kind of a long tour, and we kind of walked around the city for a while, and we had a day off there, and then played a show, and it wasn't the best show ever, but it inspired this, and we stayed in like a pretty crappy hotel or motel. It was quite an experience, but yeah, it inspired us to write Oceanside.
Inspired.
We did a video for Oceanside. I guess we did for Hurricane too, just barely. But for Oceanside, we had GoPro footage from all the tours that we'd done.
Oh.
And we had a buddy edit them all together, and yeah, so it kind of gave it that feel too.